Welcome to Pouse around the house. Today we're looking at part 7 in my series of loft conversion videos. We're going to be fitting a few more joists and then taking the slates off the roof to give us access to start constructing the dormer. So the first one we're going to put in is a full length joist. We're just cutting the end to shape so it'll fit in down on the wall plate, and Big Pouse is going to cut that now with a handsaw.
So just remember now guys, let the saw do the work.
Now, because we put the stud walls in over on the side, we haven't got enough room to get the joists in properly, so I've got to undo this piece of timber here with a few temporary sockets on in order to get it in. Now we're just going to remove these loft ladders because they're in the way as well. Before we fix this joist in, we've got to measure the distance from the interior wall downstairs out to here so that I know my stairs will sit on this exactly when I put them in. Now, I made a mark earlier downstairs on this joist here at 120, so I'm then going to measure on the distance, and the distance I need is 1721 from that wall. So I'm going to work that out now. We'll line this joist up with that and secure this one into place. Just to show you a bit more clearly what we've been doing, there's where we'll be coming in the loft. There's the loft hatch where the stairs are going to go, and the stairs are going to sit on this joist that we've just put in. So that's why I had to measure it to the exact millimetre. Now this joist just so happens sits along a solid brick wall below, so you've got almost like about 3 wooden wall plates in place that are fixed to the brick wall. So that's what you saw me screw into then. I just thought I'd take advantage and put a few more fixings in there to make it a little bit more solid. Then, as before, by here we're going to put a noggin. We're going to put one by here in the middle, and we're actually just going to put one over here on the end of the overlap just to brace it up even more solid, because this is the joist that the stairs are going on. So Big Pouse has just gone outside to cut a few noggins, and we'll fit those into place in a minute. Now here there's a few joists we put in before. We didn't fix them on the end here because we didn't know exactly where we needed them to go, and we weren't sure if we're going to have to cut the ends off. But now we've decided we're happy with where they're sat, right up to the edge of this central wall plate. So I'm just going to put a few screws through that now and fix those into place. Now we're going to put the noggins that Big Pouse just cut in between the joists that we just fitted. If the hammer's not doing it, we're going to have to go and get the lump hammer and try and wedge that one in, so I'll just carry on with the others for now. So I've just secured the end of these joists now down into the wall plate, and I've just fitted and secured that noggin, and that noggin there. I've also secured this joist all the way down into the wall plates underneath. So next thing I need to do is measure down there the width of my stairs, and then put a joist across this way. Butt it up to this joist using a joist hanger and sit it off the wall plate over there. I'm going to knock a few slates out down the bottom there in the eaves because we've got to get a full height joist down there. We're not going to cut this one at an angle with the slope of the roof, because obviously when we take the roof off, that's going to become a dormer, which is going to go up vertically at the front. So to get the space, we need to take a few slates out. We can put that in there, cover it over temporarily until next week when we start taking the roof off to do the dormer, and that should sort us right out. So we've got Big Pouse just removing a couple of slates here and a little bit of roof felt. And this is what I was just explaining. We're going to pop a joist through here now, secure it to the other joist we just put in on a joist hanger. It'll be on the wall plate this end. So there we go, that's your hole, and if you look in there you can take a quick peek into the loft. So what we've done here is put the joist into place. You can see the other end is just poking out of the roof. And then we're going to mark up where these old roof joists sit underneath it. so we can cut around it with a jigsaw and just put a few little notches in it so it sits over those joists so that it's down level with these ones. Always slacking. So we've cut our timber joist to length, then we've put a packer plate on that end to lift it up to the right level, and on this side we're using a metal joist hanger. The joist sits nicely in this section there, and then what you can do is fold this over to the desired length across the top. Now, is what I've got to do, so my floorboards sit level on this joist, I've just marked 2 pencil lines either side of that strap. I'm going to lift that up, and I'm just going to chisel a couple of mil across this joist so that this will sit flush, and then when the floorboards go over the top, there's not going to be a dip in the floorboards. And we just used these twist nails, and these were about £2 for a 500 gram pack, and we just knock those through every one of these holes, strap it into there, and then is what I'll do, any excess here I'll just cut off with the tin snips and chuck them away. So the joist hanger's fitted, Big Pouse has just been cutting the rest of the joists. I'm going to fit those into place now loosely, see if they actually fit. If they do, I can start adding the joist hangers to the joist that we just fitted in, fit these into place, nail them up, and we'll see how many we get done before I have to finish for the day. Okay, so it's the next day. Unfortunately yesterday a few things went wrong. We got a few of the sizes wrong on the joist, and anyway I had to be back in, so we knocked it on the head, start afresh today. At the moment my bulb's gone in my light, so the light I got there is on a torch, so it's not great for the moment, but hopefully when Big Pouse turns up he's going to bring a better light and you can start to see it in a bit more detail again. So let's get on with these joists. So you can see here the wall plates are coming along. We're getting these joists in. I've just got one left to go over there. Now we're going to pop outside. You're going to see Big Pouse, he's starting to remove the slates right behind us here, so we can start to think about getting bits of this dormer in place. Right, so we've got to the point now where we're peeling this felt back. You can now get a good look inside this loft, and maybe it's all starting to make sense. See these wall plates I was telling you about, where we've got a wall plate in there, and then we've got this second wall plate which the rafters are bird mouthed over. Now obviously on the other two ends where I've been putting the joists, you've got free access to push the joist up, but this side we're 90 degrees to them, so that's why we're doing these little notches. You can see there, what we're going to have to do now is extend out off this purlin out to here, put some verticals down, then we're going to have to, across this wall plate, we're going to put some joists going at 90 degrees this way, run some 2x4 right the way across, then we can build our front wall off this. So there we go, on with the dormer. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please tune in for more loft conversion updates, and for more DIY, how-to, household tips and product review, please watch my other videos and don't forget to subscribe. I've been Pouse around the house. Ta-ta, farewell.